Live, you're live. Hopefully we're live. So this is a little video. Now I'm going back to uriah heep because I've got loads of stuff to talk about uriah heep. This is their very first album called Ever Humble and Ever Even and Ever Humble. As you can see, the line-up of the first album and the back. It was like a cobweb sort of style. Now, after this one, their second album, I've got two, is Salisbury. As you can see, there's a tank. And that's how the inside of their cover looks. Now, the third album of uriah heep is Look After Yourself. Now, this is like a tin film, but it's supposed to be a mirror. And as you can see on the back, there's a mirror of it. So, hold on. Now, continuing our little talk about uriah heep, our fourth album was called Demons and Wizards. Now, the amazing thing is the pictures, the covers. You don't get these like you get in download or on CD because you don't get the how it looks, if you can see from that. So that's their fourth one, and our fifth one is Demon's Magician's Birthday. Now this is an impressive album because of the artwork, as you can see from it. And there's the line-up of the band. Continue with, that was our third, fourth, fifth. And then, if I can, as we go through, when they did that one, because I've got so many, in 73 they did the live album. Now this was recorded at Birmingham Town Hall. And there's the pictures of them. If I open to the centre page, if I can get to now. If you can see, that's the audience of the Town Hall, and in there is my brother, because he was at this concert. So that's their 73 live, one of their first live albums. Now after that, they did a Wonderworld. Now there they are, all as frozen statues on the front, and on the back, there they are, aren't they? This was their sixth album, and then their next album to come was Sweet Freedom. There's a cover of that. I think this was the last album to have Gary for Gary in it because he committed suicide. Then in 1975 I got to see them at the Odeon New Street, and this was their tour Return to Fantasy album, and that is the lineup of the for that tour. And then after that, I think this was, if I'm right, bear with me, I'm sorry. Oh yes, it was. This was High and Mighty, and it was the very last album that David, that's the lead singer, was with them. Because after that, he went on drinking and drugs, and they decided to sack him and get someone else. Oh, before that, they did come out. If I can find it. Or is it on the CD? I'm sure it's they did do before then, they did a best of. That was in between High and Mighty. And then after this, they went on to have a new singer and Fallen Angel. And that's the new lineup from Fallen Angel, and that's what the back cover of the album looks like. So after that, their next one was Firefly. There you go. And there's the actual artwork on the album. And there's all the members of the band of that time. John Lord, the lead singer, he didn't stay very long. I think he did one more album, if I'm right. He did Innocent Victim. That's this one, if you can see. And then after that, he left the band, and this one's their 10th anniversary one. Now, their lead singer was the John Salom, Sloman, but the drummer, Lee Kershaw, had left. I don't know what the story behind, and Chris Slade came in to do drums. Then this person, Chris Slade, only did have one album with them, and that was their 10th anniversary. That was made in 79, and if we, hold on, just bear with me for minutes. Now, if we're sorting through them, as you bear with me, because some of them I've got on CDs and some I've got on albums. Now, next we have Head First, and that's the lineup of the band. And Lee had come back. Now their lead singer was Peter Goldby, and I think he only did a few albums with them, and they changed the bassist to a Bob Daisley bass and John Solomon on keyboards, but they didn't stay. I don't think they stayed very long. And that is what year are we? 83, and I presume this might be, if I got it in the right order, this was their next one I've got on CD, if I've got it right. Still with John Peter Gold and Solomon with them. So he was still with the band at that time when they did this album. Now this I might have in wrong order. Oh, this must have been before Head First, because I've got this wrong. So that could have come before, and that got John Solomon and Bob Daisley. So that should have been before Head First in the collection. Now, let's see. So I presume after that, I think this might have come out into 91. This is the 89 Silent Razor, and the lineup would change again. This lineup has stayed till the present day. The only two what are no longer with him, these two have passed away. And then we go on to, before that, Different Worlds. That's their next one. And then we have this one, if the camera can pick up, as we're going through all these. These are the studio albums they've done over the years, all 25 of them. Then we got Sea of Light, our next collection of album CDs at the moment. Now, continuing in the studio albums, I did go off beat because I did the live album in between the studios. This is Awake in the Sleep. That's one of the next studio. I don't know if I've got these in the right order, because I'm just going through what Into the Wilderness. When Lee left, he brought in Ross, if you can see him, because Lee left because he wasn't too well, so they brought in Lossell. He's still with them to the present day. Now, then that is the next outside. With Bernie and that, and then we've got Living the Dream. There you can see the lineup for the present lineup. And this is their final studio album up to date. Now, for our next segment, we are going through the albums, starting off with the live albums. After the 73 one, live at Birmingham, they did this one, 74, at Shepperton on their live albums. Next, they brought the Moscow one, because they was one of the first bands to tour Moscow. And then later on, they brought the 79 album. That's with the original lineup and that. And this next lot, what I'm going to go through with you, it's all compilation, all like anthology and collections of their music, what they put together. We're starting off with Spellbound, one of their early ones, because they did quite a few. They did 25 studio albums, quite a few like collections, like different of their songs together. Next we got Between the Worlds. And these are all like Constellation, all your different songs, like sort of like greatest hits. And then you've got the Ultimate Collection of uriah Heep. Next we got uriah Heep Loan Down Tapes. And we've got uriah Heep Future Echoes of the Past, the very best bits from uriah Heep live. And our next collection of singles is this one. Now the final, last but not least, is this one, the collection. And our final one is this one. And if I show you, it shows the original lineup. And the back of it, of the album. So we're coming to like nearly the end of my little chat of uriah heep. These are like greatest hits. 20 years, still easy and still proving. 2 decades. And then you had the box one, if I get it the right way, of 2 decades. And that had nearly all the records of that. And finally, they did a one called a choice. All the band picked off all their favourite songs. But there's only one member from the original lineup, and that's Mick Box. And this year is their final tour, because after that they're going to retire and call it a day. So that is sort of my journey through the history of uriah heep. I hope you've enjoyed this little trip through the past of uriah heep. They got the name from a Dickens character. So I wish you a fond farewell.